Thrifty Tim here with my March Mystery Madness 2025 TBR. Okay, I know I hinted some of what I'd be reading for my TBR, or during the month of March for the March Mystery Madness TBR. See, this is the 10th year of March Mystery Madness. I participated in all but the first one because I wasn't on BookTube yet on the first one. For the second one, I had put up my introduction video to BookTube around the same time that they were posting the announcement videos for March Mystery Madness. And so I participated in it that year, and then the next year when Elizabeth from LizziefayeLovesBooks decided, and Troi Towel, when they decided to add on a bunch of co-hosts, I was one of the people asked, and I've been one ever since. Well, for those of you who watch my channel regularly, you've seen that this month they started having a daily short story, which I talk about. I don't read it on. I don't read it in front of the camera because not all the short stories I read are in the public domain. I might be able to do it with these ones, but I don't know how long they take. We'll see with that. But see, here's what I'm going to be reading from. I'll try to do it with Dr. Glare. Okay, you can see it something like that. The Victorian Mystery Mega Pack. See, there's shows that there's 27 books on here, but there's like 2 or 3 bigger books that I'll skip over and read later. But those are, and I have volume 2 of this also. So between the two, I should have around enough for the month. If not, I can find other short stories and mystery short stories in the public domain that would count for that too. And this, just realized I didn't move my mic a little closer to me. Okay, sorry about that if you weren't hearing me too well. So that's and I'll be doing that for my daily short stories for the month of March. Okay, so for the other books, like I said, I decided what I'm doing. I was born in December of '59, so I was alive for the last 3 weeks of the '50s, like we talked about in our announcement videos. This year, instead of prompts, we have like 3 choose your own adventure paths for them, for doing it for decades, and there's different. You can refer back to my to any of mine or any of our co-hosts announcement videos for that. Also, you don't have to follow the like that or any prompts or anything for March Mystery Madness. As long as you read like at least one mystery during the month of March, you've participated in March Mystery Madness. Well, with the one I'm and I had said what the way I'm going to be doing with mine, I'm going to be reading mystery or thriller from each decade I've been alive. Even though I was only alive for the first or for, I should say, for the last 3 weeks of the 50s. I have a book from the 50s I'll read. That book is by Agatha Christie, Destination Unknown. Okay, the blurb on the back. Thomas Charles Betterton, a famous scientist, has vanished. Conflicting reports of sightings of the missing man have come from all over Europe. Then, his wife of 6 months decides to take a holiday to Morocco for a rest. That's when a strong, surprising series of events begin to unfold. A superb and different mystery from a master at her best. Okay, that's around for the 50s. For the 60s, let's see, I've read some Agatha Christie before. This guy, I just barely started reading him and I put it down. But this is Lawrence Block. I figured I tried this one. This is, I should say Destination Unknown. It's from, originally copyrighted in 1954-55. Okay, this Lawrence Block one, the cancel check, it's a Evan Tanner mystery. And I haven't read any of those, but this is, the copyright of it is, 1966. Okay, and look for this. Edgar Award-winning author Lawrence Block delivers a second suspenseful romp featuring one of his most popular characters, Evan Tanner. With a shocking array of talents and no need to sleep, Tanner poses as a perfect secret agent to treat a Nazi war criminal to an early withdrawal. Janos Kotichek has been imprisoned by the Czech government and will no doubt be tried and hanged for his crimes. But to the super-secret intelligence agency that Tanner occasionally works for, Kotichek is more alive than dead. Tanner's orders are simple. Go to Prague, storm a castle, free a criminal. That, of course, is the easy part. Keeping himself and his captive alive will take all of Tanner's waking hours. Good things he's got some to spare. Okay, that's what's the one for the 60s. For the 70s, the Dick Francis one, I've read that different Dick Francis one before. This one is Smokescreen. I think I read the other one for March Mystery Madness. And this one is from 1972. And I'll read the blurb on this one. Edward Lincoln is a worldwide celebrity who plays impossibly daring detectives on the big screen. But in reality, he is an ordinary man currently stuck in an extraordinary spot. Nerissa, his ailing godmother, has pleaded with him to travel to South America to do some investigating. She's afraid someone is tampering with their resources. Feeling helpless, Lincoln nevertheless cannot refuse her request. Once there, Lincoln is overwhelmed by autograph hounds and huge suspicions. And when sudden perils cross his path and murder makes a horrific appearance, Lincoln, the actor turned investigator, is plunged into a plot of gold, greed, and gilded lives. He ultimately realizes that the only way to uncover the killer is to give not only the performance of its life, but a performance to save his life. So that's from the 70s. From the 80s, this is a reread for me. It's the first of the series. This is The Monkey's Raincoat by Robert Craze. This is the first book in the Elvis Cole and mysteries. Or I can't remember his partner's name. His partner doesn't show up too much in this one, but does some. It's Joe Pike. That's what it is. And this one is from, this is from 1988, like I said, copyright 1988, so this is my 80s entry, and this says meet Elvis Cole, L.A. Private Eye. He quotes Criminy Cricket and carries a 38. He's a literate, voice-cracking Vietnam vet who is determined never to give up. So that's 80s. Okay, the 90s. I've read another book by this author. I don't think it was this one. This is Tony Hellerman, The First Eagle. It's from, just finding the copyright page gets to be fun at times, from 1998. Okay, the blurb on here is, when acting Lieutenant Jim Chi catches a Hopi poacher huddled over a butchered Navajo tribal police officer, he has an open and shut case until his former boss, Joe Leaphorn, blows it wide open. Now retired from the Navajo tribal police, Leaphorn has been hired to find a hot-headed female biologist hunting for the key to virulent plague lurking in the southwest. The scientist disappeared from the same area the same day the Navajo was murdered. Is she a suspect or another victim? And what about that report that a skinwalker, a Navajo witch, was seen at the same time and place too? For Leaphorn and Chi, the answer lie buried in a complicated knot of suspicion and science, in a place where the worlds of native peoples and outside forces converge and collide. So, like I said, that's my 90s the 90s novel. Okay, for the 2000s now. This one's based on a TV show that a lot of people probably still like to watch, like streaming stuff. That's ESI, Crime Scene Investigation. I know that they don't know whether they still have. I know they had a comeback of the show with new episodes, but I haven't really watched any of them. I don't know whether they still do it or not. But this is one's written by Max Allan Collins. He's written for a lot of stuff. Like he's even written some Tom Clancy or novels in some series that Tom Clancy had started. This one's from 2003, so like I said, my book for 2000. Okay, early one quiet Monday morning, in an empty executive office, Assistant Janice Denard begins to prepare for another ordinary day, but instead discovers evidence of horrific crimes, shocking photographs left abandoned in a printer. Now, with the help of the LVPD's computer forensic experts, the CSI team must track through hardware and software, deception and deceit to find the perpetrators. But while Willis and Stokes investigate the once well-hidden secrets now revealed in print, Grissom, Brown, and Seidel uncover new and disturbing evidence in a high-profile media case: the brutal murder of the mayor's missing secretary. Okay, so that's one for 2000. For the 2000s. Now for the 2010s, this is another author. I've never read anything by him. That's Ben Cole's. The book is The Russian. This is looking more like a thriller than a mystery, but I'll read what it says. Okay, America has a brand new hero. The Russian mafia has virtually taken over the criminal underworld in the U.S. and law enforcement at every level. has been unable to stem the tide. When a powerful Russian mob family declares war by publicly executing two high-profile American politicians, the message is unmistakable. Opposition will be met with deadly force. With no other viable options, the president creates a clandestine assassination team to take the fight back to the criminals. The CIA recruits two Tier 1 operators, former Navy SEAL Billy Cosgrove and Rob Tacoma. But before the team can even begin its mission, Cosgrove is targeted in a fatal attack. Now it's up to Tacoma to do the impossible. Find and kill the hidden mob boss behind Cosgrove's death and take on a ruthless enemy with endless resources, zero boundaries, and no mercy. That's for the 2010s. And for the 2020s, I have read a book by him. I've read his very first novel. But this one's a lot later. This is John Grisham, The Judges List. The Whistler, Lacey Stokes, investigated a corrupt judge who was taking millions in bribes from a crime syndicate. She put the criminals away, but only after being attacked and nearly killed. 3 years later, and approaching 40, she is tired of her work and ready for a change. Then she meets a mysterious, terrified Jerry Crosby, whose father was murdered 20 years earlier. The case has long since grown cold, but Jerry has a suspect and she's discovered other victims. The man Jerry holds responsible for all of these deaths is brilliant, patient, and always one step ahead of law enforcement. He is the most cunning of all serial killers. He knows forensics, police procedure, and most important, he knows the law. He is a judge in Florida, under Lacey's jurisdiction. But the man keeps a record of all his victims and targets, people unlucky enough to have crossed his path and wronged him in some way. Lacey must work to take him down, while somehow keeping her name off his list. So that's all the books I'm reading for March Mystery Madness, and with the way I do it now, I don't care if I'm not done with the books by the end of the month. I'll just keep on reading them. I don't set that type of pressure on myself anymore. But I notice that I seem to be getting better reading done that way. Well, that's all I have for you this time. What are you reading for March Mystery Madness? I'd like to see down below, and also on every Wednesday in March out at 12 noon Central Time. That's 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's 6 p.m. in the UK and Western Europe. So I'll be doing a live stream. It will probably be like an hour to an hour and a half long each week. I'll be doing that from on my channel, of course. So that's all I have for now. So until next time, take it easy and keep on reading.